wondering where I am. I'm trying to get back to you, but I don't know if I can. To know that you are safe and warm, I'll search until the end. That's why you call me man's best friend.
They need a friend, whether they're strays off the street, turned into us by an owner that can no longer care for them, abandoned, or victims of cruelty. They need a safe place to go with friends who are caring for them. A lot of times, the only thing that stands between them and death are their friends at SpokAnimal.
By now you must be worried. I know that I am. I've walked until my feet are sore. Tomorrow I will search once more. After all, what's a best friend for?
In the grand scheme of things, when a dog or cat finds itself on the street, the second best thing that can happen to it, other than turning around and going home and waiting on the front porch for the door to be opened, is for them to come here.
What is this place? Not even one familiar face. You were here and then just gone without a trace. You told me to stay before you turned and drove away. You're still gone, did I hear you wrong? I've been here for days.
SpokAnimal came into existence because a group of people decided they wanted to start a different type of animal welfare agency. They wanted to do more for the animals. They wanted more enrichment programs. They wanted a stronger education program, and they wanted to work on low-fee veterinary services as well as greater adoption programs.
SpokAnimal is vital to our community, and with our spay-neuter program, we are preventing unwanted animals from coming into the world to suffer difficult lives and ugly early deaths.
In order to have animals in our care, a guaranteed placement, we need to do a number of things. One of which is doing a temperament evaluation of each animal. We want to make sure that when we place a dog or a cat in a home, that it's going to be a loving and lasting home, and one where it's going to be safe for both the animal and for the people who are adopting.
Everybody at SpokAnimal is totally committed to finding good homes for these animals. But nobody does it like Gail. Watch out, if you pick up your phone and Gail's on the other line and she says, "Boy, do I have the cat for you," just come down and adopt it. Don't, resistance is futile.
You want a puppy? Hey Lisa, thanks for calling me back. Have I got the dog for you? Remember when you called? I think the worst cruelty case that I was ever on was in 2004. We were on a Tonasket cruelty case with the Okanagan County Sheriff's Office. I went into the house with some of my staff members, and we removed 75 dogs from the interior of a house. These dogs had never gone outside. We were in hazmat gear because we couldn't breathe, up to our knees. 19 cats also out of the house. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. And the good thing about that is, even though we took 75 dogs out of that house, every single one of them was placed.
They come to the shelter, they don't know that they've got the opportunity to win the lottery.
This is Ella. I got her from SpokAnimal about 5 years ago when I was younger, and me and her race. and most of the time she wins, but whenever she's not paying attention, I win. I'm glad we got our dog from SpokAnimal because we helped the shelter and we helped her. The people at SpokAnimal can really help you decide because they have a special thing that's called Meet Your Match, and it is like when you say what kind of dog you want, something that will follow you around or play with toys or is calm and very shy or something like that, and they can get you the dog that you will enjoy for the rest of the life.
When I rescue a shelter dog, it's like I'm giving something back. I try and look for hard to adopt dogs that I can, that maybe somebody else wouldn't adopt. And I think adopting a shelter dog, it gives you a sense of fullness. I mean, that might sound kind of silly, but being able to give back to something that that might not otherwise have a chance. I think dogs give us unconditional love. No matter what we do, they're there for us.
This is my dog, Ranger. He's very special to us, and not only that, but he's become special to members of the community. We have him actively going to St. Joseph's Care Center at just next door to Sacred Heart Medical Center, where he visits once a month with the residents there. I'd really encourage anyone that's looking for an animal to consider adopting first. I'd go to SpokAnimal and see if they have what you're looking for, and if they don't have the animal that you're looking for right there, you can go to petfinders.com and check there. SpokAnimal's wired in throughout the nation.
When she came into my life, I was in bed and had been in bed for about 6 months. And most people who have what I have don't get out of bed. She gave me a reason to get up. So she became my best friend. And after her puppies went, I think I became her puppy. She watches me all the time now. When I'm sick and it comes up without it being expected, she knows ahead of time, she can sense. She will tell me to take pills. She'll stop me from working. SpokAnimal goes out of their way to help animals that really need assistance. For example, there is a Lucky to Be Alive fund where people donate, and they use those funds to rehabilitate animals that otherwise would probably be put to sleep immediately.
The most satisfying part of my job is when our adoptees come in for their annual boosters, year after year after year. And they're happy, they're sound, they're well adjusted, they're socialized, they're loved. And you watch them interact with their owners, and you know that you've done a very good thing by putting that family together.
You know, I just wish people knew what an impact we have in the community and what resources it takes to get there.
And we are very fortunate in Spokane that we have the support of the community and that many of the resources that we need to care for these animals properly are donated.
All of our homeless animals need a friend like you.
After all, what's a best friend?